Hey traders, Raghee here, and I love this setup that I'm going to share with you. It's not just something we did today, it's something we look for each and every morning. I'm going to show you a really good example of it so you can look to find setups like this on your own. And with the emphasis, frankly, being when we have reason to maybe want to be flat by a certain time of the day, or when we may just want to be position size in such a way that we can be nimble. And nothing is more nimble than day trading. And nothing's going to make me want to be nimble more than an event where Powell is going to speak and create all sorts of chaos, potentially in the market. So I love having that sort of control of time where if we want to get out by the end of the morning session around 11:30 or clearly before 2 p.m. Eastern during the Powell event, we can. And that's what I love about day trading. Shorten the time frame, in this case, the 5-minute chart. Now, I want to mention that there were a few things on the daily that did make me more confident to look to the long side, but really the main thing was, well, it was the signals. It was waiting for a volume-based level to confirm support, and then also a volatility-based signal. This is my HPMR, which stands for hourly price movement, to also give us a volatility support. And then there's Darvis. Now, Darvis is the last thing I'm really looking for. It's really a nice addition. It's not the primary reason for the trade, the Darvis signal. The primary is the exhaustion from a volume standpoint. Thank you, aggressive signal, and price action sinking into the hourly price movement range. So there's your setup using volume and volatility. The next thing is, how do we want to execute this trade idea? Now, this is the choose your own adventure part of what I love to do, whether it be the day trading that I do in the futures room or whether it be the day trading that I do in the mastery. And yes, we do day trading in both places. In the futures room, of course, I focus on minis and micros. And in the mastery, we day trade options. And in this alert, you can see how we are able to really do both. I mean, you can, again, choose your own adventure. So let's explain how this works. First of all, we know we want to take advantage of a long position. Now, the option would be the QQQ. But I'm not going to look at the QQQ. I'm only interested in the QQQ so much as I figure out what strike I want to be buying. Then we look at the futures contract. We stick with the NQ, which means if I have an aggro entry at 15,025, that'll of course work for the mini, of course work for the NQ, but it could also work for the MNQ. I could do this on the micro, and of course, as the alert shows, we can do this on the QQQ. This is the choose your own adventure part of this. These options cost us about $1.80 or $180 to enter, and we saw well over a 2x on this, but that's beside the point. The point is, find the range, choose your own adventure, right? Option on the futures, option on the ETF, micro, mini, whichever you feel most comfortable with. But remember that I'm going to use the NASDAQ mini to identify our triggers. And that's exactly what we did. So this is the long in the NQ that we took today. And look, I'm not going to sit around high-fiving because the NASDAQ decided to rip higher. This is where we have to be aware that, look, sometimes the markets really take off in our favor, and today was one of those examples. The part of it that I can say we did right was to focus on the long side, mostly because of what we were seeing on the daily, and the fact that the first setup that we even saw after the bell was the volatility and volume exhaustion. So the first opportunity on the 5-minute was a long. Right? We already had bullish bias. Thank you, daily time frame. And then we had a bullish setup. Thank you, 5-minute time frame. And then what happened after that? That's the market doing the heavy lifting. So it finally then gets us to what I call an eject button or time-based exit. Yes, you can look to exit at 11:30, or you can look to exit, closer to 1:30, 2 o'clock. What we did, because we had so much unrealized profit, was, hey, let's move this to a trailing stop. Let's look at how we can get a little bit more out of this trade if that's something we wanted to do. And what that allows us to do is sort of put a safety net under price where we've hit 2 profit targets. We're down to 25% of our overall position. And now using a trailing stop, we know that we're locking in profit, but we can also then see how high is high. All right, so that's the way we traded the NASDAQ this morning. By the way, the S&P did something similar, actually a very similar setup. So if you study what this setup was, and you can see why we use volume and volatility, this is very repeatable, okay? Hope this makes sense. Options traders, futures traders, micro, mini, ETF, there is a way to execute this idea. And again, it's all going to stem from what we're seeing on that futures contract. All right, hope that helped. Leave a comment, leave a question, thumb up, thumb down. For sure, just give me some feedback on what we can do better to support you in your trading journey. Thanks as always for your time. I'll see you in the Charts and Coffee pre-market show tomorrow at 9 a.m. And I'll see you in the next update. Hey traders, Raghee from Simpler Trading. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment below. And remember, subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll get notified of the next update. And when you're ready to join me for live trading, be sure to head on over to simplertrading.com. I'll see you in the next update.